Hello, this is Tony and Michael doing questions and answers from the Soul Group, and this is what we call Insights, Soul Group Insights. And I've got a question here from Jeff Muller. Hi, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
And Jeff starts, I have purchased all of the audio recordings and they are great.
Thank you.
You have an easy to listen to voice.
Oh, gosh.
I also have 3 of the books. I listen to all night long, so I'm getting a massive download of all this material. And then in brackets, most of this is while I am asleep. I find it very interesting and a valuable addition to my other studies regarding who, what, and where I am. One thing I am having confusion about is where extraterrestrial entities fit into the scenario Joseph describes. Excuse me. I lean towards believing the story that humans were created by the Anunnaki to be slaves. However, I don't rule out that this reality could simply be a virtual reality construct, such as described in the Matrix movies, or that we could all be synthetic artificial intelligence beings as portrayed in the Westworld series. Could Joseph please explain so I can incorporate the above? Joseph only mentions angelic humans. What about non-human entities? That's a difficult one.
There's a difficult one. Well, extraterrestrials. Joseph has mentioned
Yes.
extraterrestrials in one or more of the books. We've got to start with, is there life out there? That's what we ask, isn't it? We train our telescopes and we look outwards to the heavens and we say, is there life out there? There isn't anything but life out there. The whole physical universe is alive. Everything in this room is alive. It's got a different degree of sentience than Tony and myself, but it's alive because it is made up out of spiritual divine particles. The divine flows through everything, so everything is alive. So, you know, in answer to the scientists who are looking for life out there, yeah, there's life out there. Everything is alive. 2 points. One, is there life here? Because what we're experiencing at the moment is not life as we're supposed to live it. So the question that we need to ask is there life here as it should be lived? Are we experiencing life as we're supposed to? And the second point is that Joseph says very definitely in his books that we have a very big keep away danger sign outside the earth, metaphorically speaking. And that any extraterrestrials worth their salt and in their right minds would have nothing to do with us until such time as we have sorted ourselves out. And so for life on other planets that is able to contact us, it is not in their interest to contact us because our approach to life and their approach to life is so very, very different. For example, just an example of this. How many films have there been about alien invasion? They're going to invade, they're going to kill us, they're going to take us over, they want to make us slaves. Why do we assume that any other life on any other planet would want to invade, that would be as violent as we are, that would want dominion over us as we want dominion over other nations, other lives on Earth? We colour our perception of extraterrestrials with our own projection of what we are like. Why should aliens want to invade us, take us over? Are we assuming that the whole universe is like we are? Because it's not. It's here where we're violent. It's here where we're self-seeking. It's here where we're power-seeking. And so we need to sort ourselves out first before we can live in harmony with other expressions of divine life that exist in the universe, which is in itself alive. What was the second part again, Tony?
Just on that, this comes back to the fall again, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's this belief that we all have of separation.
Yes.
And the rest of the universe is, and everywhere else isn't like that, is it? They
No.
don't have separation.
No, no. I mean, we know from people who have psychic abilities that they connect with others and can, for example, read their thoughts or read their moods.
Yeah.
We all have psychic abilities. They are hidden. They are part of what we really are. So that connection is there, but we've stifled it. We've stamped it out with our material society.
And that connection is there everywhere else other than on
And it's
Earth.
here, but we don't acknowledge it. It's buried.
It is here.
We don't know how to access it.
Yeah.
We don't have the time or the patience to access
Yeah.
it. And if we did, things would change instantly.
And there are examples on Earth where it exists as well, aren't there? In everyday life, for instance. I'm glad you rang me. I knew you. I had this feeling. I knew you were going to pick up the phone and ring me.
Yes.
And it's that tuning in, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like that divine telephone system that connects everything and everybody.
Yes, when somebody rings you and you know in advance, a couple of minutes in advance, it's because you've picked up the fact that they are ringing you psychically as the spirit that you really are, a spirit-to-spirit contact.
And that is everywhere else. And there is no fear like there is fear here, is there?
No fear and no suffering. And it sounds like utopia, and it is utopia compared to what we go through on Earth.
Yeah.
But we have to change that. You know, just as they're not going to come here to invade us, they're not going to come here and say, we're going to take away all your problems. We have to take away our problems.
Yeah.
We got into this
That's the big
state of mind, this state of being. We have to get out of this state of being, this state of mind ourselves, and it requires work. But for many souls on Earth, they're not prepared to work in that way.
Yeah.
They want somebody else to do it for them, somebody else to take it away for them, somebody else to wipe out the problems and the challenges and the upset and the suffering. It's down to us.
Because it's not easy from where we are at the moment, is it?
No, it's not easy.
It isn't easy.
But it's also the fact that we can change things positively is the greatest gift we have.
Yeah.
Our future lies with us. We don't have to put it in anyone else's hands. It lies with each of us. It lies in here. It lies in accessing our spirituality, accessing our core intelligence, our core consciousness, and bringing out that consciousness into our own lives and into the lives of others. Then everything changes. Great power.
Great power.
Great power and a wonderful gift, but we don't recognise it as such.
And we have to work on it.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Yeah, it takes time, like anything else.
It's only like learning a new language.
Well,
or,
yes, Or
learning a new subject.
Yes, being in a different specialist job or something like that, you have to learn it.
You have to learn
You can't just go in and they're not going to pay you for sitting there and saying, well, that's it, I don't want to do anything else. You have to do something. In all aspects of life, you have to do something to get something out of life. You have to put something into life.
And there's never been a time more important than now.
No, the time that we spend spiritually, the time that we spend in the quiet, in stillness, the time that we spend contemplating the greater mysteries, those are the most important times in our day. Doesn't matter what else you're doing.
Yeah.
It's great if you're having a good time, but those times when you connect to the divine within, connect to your spiritual core, connect through your heart to the entire universe are the most important and valuable and transformative times of your day. And we can't recommend too highly that you take that time, even if it's only 5 minutes each day. Connect to yourself, connect to the divine, transform your life, and by doing so, transform the lives of others for the better.
Jeff, thank you so much for your question, and thank you for your dedication in following the Joseph communications. It must resonate with you to an extent. The answers that we've given here have been on the philosophy, the principle, the big picture, what needs to happen now. I hope that answers what you were looking for. And once again, thank you. God bless.
God bless you. Thank you.